Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Madden 17 Road to Glory. And as you can see on the screen, we managed to pick up the legend Herman Moore by sniping a lot of his collectibles. And if that's something you guys haven't done, and you're doing a no money spent sort of ultimate team thing, or if you're just doing ultimate team in general, to be perfectly honest, the collectibles, you can snipe them so cheap if you just know how and when to do it. And as you can see, the team's looking pretty good now. I picked up a few elites as well because there was a massive drop in elite price over the weekend as Randy Moss came out, and last weekend there was as well actually, because I haven't done this series in a little while on the channel. But as you can see here, we've got Herman Moore at wide receiver, which is, I think, phenomenal to get a legendary card when I'm not spending any money on it and I'm just doing solos and head-to-head and things like that. But it's that, plus all the other cards we've got in. As you can see, we've got some very good cards in the team. Obviously, we're going to have to upgrade that running back when Adrian Peterson's contracts run out. But for the other positions, it's looking pretty good at the moment. I will be upgrading the team next episode. I'll show you that, as I said, in next episode. But for next episode, I will be upgrading it. But if you guys do need tips on getting coins, that's what this probably episode is going to be about, to be honest. It's just getting coins and grinding your way through the game. But if you haven't done these solos whatsoever, just do them. The amount of coins you get is insane. As you can see, 4,000 coins there just for doing a solo, and it's not that difficult. I mean, they're not easy. They might take a few tries here and there, but overall, it's 4,000 coins for pretty much a 5-10 minute solo, which is insane. I mean, I picked up those Herman Moore cards. I think the collectibles, you need 11 sets collectibles in the set, including his gold card, and I got each one for around 4k. So he's selling for about 120k at the moment. We picked him up for around 4k each. So you can work out the profit on that. We made over 60k profit just by sniping the collectibles over a period of time. You might not get one a day. I mean, I've been doing this for quite a little bit of time. You might not get one every day, but some days you'll get 3 or 4, and it'll take you about a week. As you can see, the selling price there is 11k. But you can snipe them because there's always some going on bid, and there isn't that many people looking for them at the moment. So one thing you can do, like I said, just go for the snipes when it's quiet or when it's hours that most people aren't going to be on. Just try and snipe them, and it doesn't just work for Herman Moore. It's for every legend. I'll try and show a few others in a minute and see if it'll work for them, just for other positions. But for next episode, I'm probably going to pick up a few other legends and get a bit more gameplay in with the other legends as well. But for this episode, it's going to be based around making coins and using Herman Moore as the example. As you can see there, it's just finding the right cards at the right time. I've been all over the auction block at the moment, to be perfectly honest. I spent a lot of time just going over the auction block to try and get coins for this series to make it more exciting for you guys. So we'll be able to pick up more players that you suggest. So if you want me to pick up a certain player, let me know down below. I am looking at the moment at picking up Larry Wilson at free safety. I know we have Mike Mitchell, the absolute legend there at the moment, but this Larry Wilson card looks phenomenal, and he's only about 40k. So I'm thinking about picking him up. Just let me know what you think down below. Also, Dallas Clark is going to be good for me because I love a tight end who can run and catch the ball, and he seems like one of the best receiving tight ends in the game at the moment. But like I said, let me know who you want me to pick up down below. And once again, I'll show you that you can snipe this Dallas Clark collectible as well, which is probably what I will do. As you can see, 7.5k there. You need 11. So to make the reasonable profit, you need to get one for around 5k. And there's some there going on bid for under 5k. And if you get lucky, you'll be able to get them for under 5k. But like I said, just be persistent with it, because the main way you're going to have to make coins, if you're not spending a lot of money on packs or buying coins, is just being persistent with things. Like you're not going to get a million coins overnight unless you get very, very lucky with a good snipe. But consistently, as you can see, this episode is pre-recorded about a few days ago, and since then I've been all over the market. I've been picking up elites for 1-2k when they've dropped, just been sniping them, and I'm up to about 250k now. So that's my budget. If you want me to pick certain players to use next episode, or you want to see what certain players play like, or I can do sort of review style things on them, let me know down in the comments. And also like the video if these tips are helpful for you for making coins, because that's the ultimate goal of this series, to be honest, is to prove that you don't have to spend tons and tons of money, as some people do, on the game, and you can still have a very good team. That's what I did last year, and you know last year I had sort of a, I think the overall was about 97, 98 overall team, and I didn't spend any money on the game. I think I bought one pack, actually. I think I spent points on one pack, but besides that, nothing. And as you can see, it'll work for every legend. Literally every legend you can snipe for less than the building price, and you can sell it on, or what you can do is just keep the legend. I mean, you'll get the legend for a very cheap price. Admittedly, their prices are going down at the moment, so it might not be the best time to do it, but if you can build them for cheaper than they're selling, you're just guaranteed coins anyway if you just list yours up for the cheapest on the market. But also what I'm going to do is show you guys how to do the solos. I mean, because some of these solos can be quite difficult, and there's a few plays that just beat the computer sort of 80% of the time. And if you can pick up a first down 80% of the time, you're going to be able to beat the solos. I haven't done this on any All Madden solos yet. I know it works for All Pro, and Rookie solos. But that's how I did all these solos here. And I did these ones really quickly. I think I got through all the way through the... near enough all the way through the Trick or Treat, the creepy ones as well, and the horror ones, nearly at the end of them as well. And it's just by using a few plays. So, once again, if these plays do help, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be uploading a lot more Ultimate Team and a lot more franchise mode videos as well. But I think I'm going to focus on Ultimate Team for a little bit now, because I'm loving Ultimate Team. Now I've built up the coins and I've figured out certain ways to get coins, I'm absolutely loving it, because I can pick up those big players, those 90 rated legends I can pick up now. But this is the solo I'm going to do. It's just an example. It doesn't just work in this solo, it works in any solo. And first thing you have to do in this solo here, as you can see, you've got 4 minutes left. You have to get a turnover, you have to score. You can go for the draw, or you can go for the 2 points and win the game and then force the Eagles to score. We get a fumble on the first play there. That isn't very likely to happen a lot, but I just sent a heavy blitz, because the first play, they tend to run or go play action. And if you send a blitz in, you're going to pick that up if you send in enough guys. And I did pick it up. Would have either been a sack or a fumble, as it was. And luckily for us, we get the fumble. We turn the ball over, and that is the money play. If you go corner strike, I think it's called, it will work 80-90% of the time if you throw it at exactly the right time. We get a nice play action there to score. We're going to go for 2 as well. But the reason corner strike works is the way they run the route. They run in a bit, they run up, and then they cut back out. If you throw it just as they're cutting out, just as your receiver is cutting out, the defender can't keep up with it unless they pick the exact right play, which the computer won't do for all 4 downs. You will come up with the catch. So I'm going to go for 2 points here. I mean, I'd rather get the 2 points wide open over the middle there, but that always works as well. The wide trail is another money play, but I'll get onto that in a bit. But we get the 2 points. I want to just get the win. I don't want to go to overtime and waste more time. I want to get these solos out the way quick and snappy. So we're 18-17 up, and as I said, corner strike is the money play. I'm not sure exactly what playbook I'm using, but I don't think it's relevant to what playbook you're using. I think you can use any playbook and it will work. And now I can actually show you sort of defensive techniques that work. I tend to go cover 2 a lot. Cover 2 limits them to, if they're going to get a big play, one of your safeties should sort of bat it down or control it. As you can see, the safeties drop back nicely there, and it also covers up the middle of the field. Computer loves to throw to the middle of the field, and it totally covers that up, because you have 2, maybe 3 guys just cover in the middle, and they might pick up the gains there. As you can see, they did get 6 yards, but it's just a time game at this point. When you have 2 minutes left, it's just a time game, making sure they can't get to your end zone or into your half before the 2 minutes is up. And it's looking like they might, admittedly, but I know if I let them score, I can score with the corner strike anyway. I need about a minute to drive down the field for that. So I know the time limit for certain things. And it might seem a bit boring using the same plays for each solo consistently. But admittedly, I think solos, people don't play the solos just for fun. They play to just grind the coins. And the easiest way to grind the coins is to get the solos done quickly. And this is how you do it quickly. Corner strike and wide trail are the plays that work. We get a fumble here. I can't believe we didn't pick that up. We had 4 guys kick it along the floor. That's ridiculous. If you just watch that back, that is absolutely ridiculous that one of our guys didn't just jump on the ball and pick it up. But going back to what I was saying, so the guy on the left and the guy on the right will both run a C route, and one of them will be open 100% of the time. I'd like to say there. One of them is always open, and if they aren't open, so it's probably not 100% of the time, it's probably more 90% of the time, but if they aren't open, one of your guys, you have 2 guys peeling out to the flats, one of them will definitely be open. There's no way all 4 of them are covered. Never have I seen that anyway. But we forced the computer here to 3rd and 22. They're going to have to go for a deep play, so we're going to put a lot of guys deep. We're going to make Carson Wentz sort of sit in the pocket for too long, and he had no outs there. If you look, everyone was covered up. And if he's going to go deep, it's 4th and 31, so I don't mind them picking up a short pass or anything like that. So I'm just going to send everyone deep. The main point of these solos is you just got to play them strategically. As you can see, 1:30 on the clock. I've limited them to some clock time. I'm making sure they can't get a good deep throw, and we get a sack because he has to spend so long in the pocket for anyone to make those 30 yards up. And that's pretty much game over. I know I can just drag the clock out to get the win here. So all I'm going to do, if you want to drag the clock out, if you go for the HB dive, that is the one to drag the clock out. You can run up the middle and it will work the majority of the time. You'll pick up 4-5 yards a carry. As you can see there, we got 7. But since we have Blunt at running back, he's going to be able to truck at least 1 person per play, and that will pick you up the yardage over time if it comes to nothing else. And we're not going to risk anything. We're just going to go for the kneel where we can. Actually, I might go for the touch. Yeah, I'll go for the touchdown in this one, just to add insult to injury a little bit, because this solo wasn't one of the easier ones, because you have to get a turnover and then you got to score, get the 2 points, and then stop them from scoring again. It's quite difficult, but we've wound the clock down, and that's going to be probably the end of this episode, guys. We'll get a lot more gameplay in the next episode when we get some of those big players in. I'll unleash some of the legends I pick up. But if you guys have enjoyed the episode, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. A lot more Madden 17 Ultimate Team content coming out. And I'll see you guys soon for another video.